1. Holy, Catholic, and Apostolic. You say the words every Sunday. When you recite the Nicene Creed, I believe in one holy Catholic and Apostolic Church. You say them, but have you ever stopped to think about what they actually mean? These 4 words are not just a historical description. They are not just adjectives. They are what the Church calls the 4 marks of the Church. And they are absolutely essential to our faith. These 4 marks are like a divine fingerprint, the identifying characteristics that Jesus Christ impressed upon the Church he founded, which allows us to identify it and distinguish it from all the thousands of other communities that claim to be Christian. In a world with tens of thousands of different denominations, all claiming to follow Christ, how can we know which one is the true church that he established? The answer is to look for these 4 marks. They are the address, the homing signal, that points us to the one flock of the one shepherd. Let's break them down one by one. The first mark is that the church is one. This means that the church has a unity of faith, a unity of worship, and a unity of governance. First, there is a unity of faith. The Catholic Church, in all its 24 different rites, spread all across the world, professes the one same faith that has been passed down from the apostles. The core doctrines, the Trinity, the Incarnation, the Resurrection, the sacraments, are the same in a cathedral in Rome, a parish in Ohio, or a mission church in Africa. This doesn't mean there aren't disagreements or different theological opinions, but the core, defined dogma of the faith is one. Second, there is a unity of worship, centered on the 7 sacraments. Above all, the unity of the Church is expressed in the Eucharist. The one sacrifice of Christ is made present on Catholic altars all around the world, uniting the faithful into one body. Third, there is a unity of governance. The Church is a visible, structured community, united under the leadership of the bishops, who are the successors of the apostles and who are themselves united under the authority of the one successor of St. Peter, the Pope. This unity is a reflection of the unity of the Trinity. Jesus prayed fervently for this unity at the Last Supper, that they may all be one, just as you, Father, are in me and I in you, that they also may be in us, so that the world may believe that you have sent me. The unity of the Church is meant to be the primary sign to the world of her divine origin. Of course, this unity has been wounded by sin, through heresies and schisms. But the Catholic Church maintains that the fullness of this unity still subsists in her. The second mark is that the Church is holy. This is often the most misunderstood mark. How can we say the Church is holy when it is full of sinners? We hear the scandals, we see the hypocrisy, we know our own sins. The Church is not holy because all of her members are perfect. She is holy because her founder, Jesus Christ, is holy. He is the source of all holiness. The Church is holy because she possesses the means of holiness. The holy doctrines of the gospel, the holy sacraments that give grace, and the holy saints in heaven, who are the definitive proof of her power to sanctify. The Church is like a hospital for sinners. A hospital is not defined by the sickness of its patients, but by the skill of its physicians and the power of its medicines to bring about healing. The Church is a divine institution, but it is also composed of weak and sinful human beings. She is, as the early fathers said, a chaste harlot, holy in her divine essence, but wounded by the sins of her children. The holiness of the Church is most perfectly seen in the Blessed Virgin Mary and in the saints. They are the A-team, the proof that the Church's program of holiness actually works. They show us what is possible for a soul that fully cooperates with God's grace. The Church is holy because her mission is to make us holy, to make us saints. The third mark is that the Church is Catholic. The word Catholic comes from a Greek word katholikos, which means universal. This has a double meaning. First, the Church is Catholic because she is spread throughout the whole world. She is for all people, in all places, at all times. She is not limited to a single nation, race, or culture. Her mission is to bring the gospel to the ends of the earth. This universality is a powerful sign of her divine origin. No merely human institution has been able to achieve this kind of global, multicultural unity for 2,000 years. The sight of people from every nation and tongue gathered around the one altar at the Vatican is a living image of the Catholicity of the Church. But the word Catholic also has a deeper meaning. The Church is Catholic because she possesses the fullness of the means of salvation. She has the whole, complete, and unadulterated faith that was given by Christ to the apostles. Nothing is lacking. She is the pillar and bulwark of the truth, as St. Paul calls her. Other Christian communities may possess elements of truth and sanctification, but the Catholic Church believes that the fullness of the truth and the totality of the means of grace reside within her. This is not a statement of arrogance, but a claim of stewardship. The Church does not own the truth. She is its servant and its guardian. The fourth and final mark is that the Church is apostolic. This means that the Church is built on the foundation of the apostles, the 12 men chosen by Jesus himself. This apostolicity has three dimensions. First, the Church was built and remains on the foundation of the apostles, the witnesses chosen by Christ. Second, she guards and hands on the authentic teaching of the apostles, the deposit of faith. Third, she continues to be taught, sanctified, and guided by the apostles through their successors, the bishops, in what we call apostolic succession. Jesus gave his apostles the authority to teach, to govern, and to sanctify in his name. He said to them, "He who hears you, hears me." This authority was not meant to die with them. The apostles, through the laying on of hands, passed on their authority to their own successors, the first bishops. These bishops, in turn, ordained their own successors. This unbroken chain of succession, stretching back 2,000 years to the original 12 apostles, is a core pillar of the Catholic faith. It is the guarantee that the Church we see today is the very same Church that Jesus founded. Every Catholic bishop can trace his authority through an unbroken line of ordinations all the way back to one of the apostles. This is a verifiable historical claim. The apostolic succession, especially through the successor of Peter, the Pope, is the living guarantee of the Church's continuity and her fidelity to the original message of Christ. One, holy, Catholic, and apostolic. These are not just words in a creed. They are the four pillars that hold up the one, true Church of Christ. They are the divinely given marks by which she can be identified in every age. The Catholic Church does not claim to have these marks because she is Catholic. She is Catholic because she has these marks given to her by her divine founder, Jesus Christ. If you find mysteries like this compelling, consider following for more content that illuminates the eternal truths of the Church.